host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine, a city so...
Hi, I'm Ron Lehman. I'm from the Faux School in Frederick, Maryland, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh my goodness. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Wednesday, October 30th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. I was very distracted making a graphic for an event I'm doing, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's 9:03. So I am starting late, but good morning to you. Hope you're having a great day and you're just starting off on time. Today is show number 150, if you can believe it. I am planning some big stuff for number 200, which comes on January 13th. Be ready. If you want to be one of the first to know, just text good morning to 800-465-2944. I will release it on the text first, and then everyone else will find out what's going on. All right, here's what's happening on the show today. I've got Bob Miller from WFMD's Morning News Express, and I think Chris Michaels is supposed to be on this morning. We're going to go over what's happening in Frederick. We got all the events. Then I talk with Julie Lichtman from Freedom Professional Services. She's been a virtual admin assistant for a long time, but now she's adding something else to her repertoire. And if you are a local author, it might be worth your while to listen in on that one. And then I talk with Tammy Sue Danchanko. She, good friend of mine, and so creative and absolutely loves Halloween. So I wanted to do her show right around closer to Halloween. She's amazing, and I can't wait to introduce you guys to her. All right, buy the merch. Tomorrow is the last day. So tomorrow at 11 a.m., you can head right into the home of everything Frederick. Pick up your Good Morning Frederick merch. Remember, you can get a free ornament and sticker pack. So cute, these ornaments. They're just $10 each. So literally, you could buy 3, you get 1 free. You spend $30 or more, and you're going to get a free ornament, which is awesome. And because it says Frederick on it, it's an ugly sweater. It's really cute. It's great if you're sending gifts out of town. It's nice and thin. Could fit in an envelope, actually, easy. And yeah, very cute. I'll be sending some overseas myself. I've got to get all my Australia gifts going because I have to send those before Thanksgiving. So anyway, but when you purchase the merch, Kids of Frederick will have a Christmas because all of the proceeds from August through November are being donated to Christmas Cash for Kids. And we're going to be talking a lot about Christmas Cash for Kids very soon. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ask a friend or two if they've seen Good Morning Frederick. I want to welcome all our new subscribers. And if you're wondering what this show is all about, well, it's really all about you, Frederick. The people, the community, the happenings. And I'd love to get to 1,500. I would love to get to 1,500 by January 1. And then we'll do another big giveaway. We gave away a lot of t-shirts and merch and all kinds of good stuff. Don't forget about the podcast. You can listen when you're in your car doing your laundry. That's what I did the other day. And we're on iHeart, Spotify, Amazon Music, and all the other platforms. All right, let's get this Wednesday rolling. Morning. Oh, let me take that off. Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by We Help You Move. Whether you're moving across the street or somewhere around the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts can make the whole thing easy. Veteran owned and a huge supporter of the Frederick community, WeHelpYouMove.com. All right, Bob Miller is in the studio. We're going to get started with our local news, weather, and sports. Well, good morning.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Where's Chris? Where's Chris? We searched high and low for Chris Michaels.
You were the last one who had him. So what did you do with him?
I don't do anything with him. I mean, I think, Danny, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and think that he's getting a little highfalutin, that he maybe thinks that this show is below him, and I think it's way above me. I'm proud and pleased as punch, as they would say, that you allow me every morning to be on Good Morning Frederick. But look at Chris; he doesn't really care.
I know he doesn't respect. I just got a text though. It says, "Be on in a sec. Had a quick meeting about an issue yesterday. Firing up the computer now." Well, it could be 4 or 5 days before he actually jumps on for that.
Right. I mean, I'm thinking, look, he tells me all the time, I got to go, I got to do this, or I'm going to do that, I won't be on, and I'm like, you just tell the boss, hey, I'll be back in 15 minutes. I'm going to go on and promote the Morning News Express and Good Morning Frederick and help out our newest employee, Danny, and her podcast, but he doesn't care.
I know.
He's like a Yankee fan trying to steal the ball out of Mookie Betts' glove.
I feel that deep in my soul right now. I do.
I'm the one. I've got to be across the state here in a little bit, and I should be going out right now. But, hey, I am not giving up on Danny. No.
Thank you. Thank you, Bob. I know I can count on you. I appreciate it.
We're like that, man. BFFs. I got. Hold on a second. My pound.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
I still haven't figured out. Yeah, there we go. We did a thing this morning, which was kind of interesting. We had a Dr. Porter on, was talking about concussions and CTE. And football is now. If you've watched football, you can see a couple players have the skull caps on. Now, back in the day, I was mentioning Don Beebe. You remember him from the Buffalo Bills? Used to have that bigger helmet.
Oh,
he
right.
had. Speaking of skull caps, he had a skull cap on his head. So we had a doctor on talking about concussions in football. Excuse me, got hiccups in football. And we talked about football, and then I said, well, what about we're Americans? What about MMA? And I said, have you seen that new thing where people stand in front of each other and then slap themselves in the head as hard as they can, each other, to see if they knock you out? And I'm like, who thought of that, first of all? And then who said, well, that's a good idea, hitting somebody in the temple or in the head to see if you can knock them out?
Yeah, terrible. Well, it's funny. I was watching something. I can't remember where I was watching it regarding MMA. It is not repeated to the head as often as football players, especially linemen, are constantly hitting their heads or utilizing their heads or whatever that jerky. That's why there aren't as many concussions in boxing or MMA as there are in football. So yeah, but yeah, it's terrible, really. I mean, I think, you've got Tua right now who is refusing to do the larger helmet.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably, he's suffered, I don't know how many concussions. He's been taken out several times. And I don't know how smart that is. But
I had a young man, and I knew that was his dream, and he was doing everything he could to play in the NFL. I mean, that's what he wanted to do. Now, he was a high school kid, and they all have dreams. But, I mean, he was working very hard to achieve that goal, and he got 3 concussions in a season, and he goes, I'm done. I'm not going to risk the rest of my life. I'll find something else to do. Yeah. And, I think that's, I mean, when you look at Tua Tagovailoa, you see what he's doing. I mean, he's got some money. I don't know if he has to, if he continues to have to play. And we're just going to continue to talk like Chris isn't even here because he showed up late.
Good morning. Sorry, had a little meeting had to attend. I was off yesterday, so when you get a day off, man, it's a lot of
it's him and the boss going, how do we get rid of Bob? He's too old. We got to get rid of him. How do we get rid of Bob? That's the problem. And we'll do this when he's on the air with Danny. You just show up a little late.
Yeah. You're getting a little paranoid.
It's actually more like it's more like, what are we gonna do if Bob goes on vacation again? How the heck are we gonna get him replaced? Because Chris doesn't know what he's talking about half the time. Yeah, that's Danny. Absolutely. I need you, my friend. I need if Bob's not there, we need some intelligence on the air because I don't bring that too often. But real quickly, I wanted Bob was talking about, there was such a great interview today with that doctor on issues with brains and all that stuff in sports. One thing I brought up that nobody talks about, because I know they don't call it a sport real quickly, is wrestling. I'm a big wrestling fan, and Chris Benoit, I don't know if you mentioned this, Bob, I'm sorry if you mentioned it already, but Chris Benoit murdered his wife and kids years ago, who was a WWE wrestler, and they're saying it's because of the issues with his brain and all the blows that he's taken to the head. And wrestling was a sport before all this happened, where they would constantly take chair shots to the head. Again, I know wrestling's fake, okay? But the chair shots they would take to the head weren't fake, and they hurt. And it was just straight up.
I wouldn't say wrestling is fake. Wrestling is scripted. And they're
still
athletes.
Right.
They're still taking the beatings. They're still doing the things. So, yeah. But it's look, they've done so many studies. They've taken actual imaging of the brain after several concussions, and it's literally deteriorating.
It is.
Because it is, it is constantly under attack. And, the brain was not meant to be jolted over and over and over again that many times. And the human body is an amazing thing, but you still got to take precaution, I think. Look, I know that there are a lot of parents who won't let their kids play full contact sports. And I get it. It's why I don't even think you're allowed to head the ball in soccer in high school anymore, or there are rules against that. So, I get we want to protect the kids, but they're now developing equipment to help. And the fact that people aren't utilizing it when they can, I don't understand the thinking behind that.
It's funny you talk about that, because Bob and I, we work with a very nice young lady who board ops 3 days a week for the Morning News Express, Katie, and she plays soccer. And actually, we were talking about that off air, that she actually she scored her first goal for Hood yesterday when they played, and she actually headed the ball off her head into the goal. So at least in college over here, they still do headers in soccer games. But high school, I'm not sure. But it's and I posed a question on our WFMD Facebook page, and I'd love for your viewers to answer this question too. If you can take a poll as a parent, grandparent, would you let your child play football, knowing what we know now about head injuries and stuff like that? Would you let your child play football? And I'd love to know the answer. If you can just text Danny at Good Morning Frederick or email, let us know.
Yeah. Look, again, I think, it has to be a good call, right? There are rules as well to help alleviate some of those issues. And, I think, I don't know. I would let my kid play. And then if something were to happen, then I would make a call after that. But
suck it up, Nancy Pants. Get back in the game.
Yeah.
You just got
Rub
your bell
some dirt
rung.
on it. That's what I used to say to my kids.
Yeah,
just
my son played pony.
Blood, it's you're good. So
my son was playing pony football, right? And he kept complaining that his arm hurt, and I wasn't there, but his mom's like, "Oh, get back in there." Linda's like, "Go ahead." Come to find out, he had a dislocated elbow.
Oh man, jeez.
So yeah, you gotta.
You feel bad. I know.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Just a wee bit.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Danny. Okay, Bob's very hard on me too, because when I hurt my finger, Bob always says to me, suck it up, Buttercup. Push those buttons with your other finger.
Right.
I don't care if your finger's injured. Come on
you
now.
have a whole bunch of, push it with your thumb, push it with your pinky. I don't care. Just push the button, you big mamby-pamby.
Oh,
All right. I'm only kidding. We love him.
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
well,
So,
you got to do what you got to do, but.
Let's do some news here. And, early voting, as you well know, has been underway in Maryland since Thursday. I think it was the 24th. Andy Gutierrez, the Deputy Director of Frederick County Elections Office, says a lot of people are taking advantage of casting their ballots before the general election day. November 5th, we've got a great turnout. Unfortunately, that does cause long lines, but the voters have been very, very patient and very understanding. A lot of turnout at all 4 voting centers, says Anthony Gutierrez. So there you go. Early voting underway. I don't mind it. I know it's quite, a topic of discussion. It is with our listeners too. I don't mind. I'm not a fan of mail-in ballots. I don't mind early voting because on the day you're supposed to vote, like me, I have kids. One of the kids might get sick. I might get sick and I might not make it out. So at least I know I have, a few days a week to get out there and actually do my voting. So that's just my opinion. Now, speaking of voting, there is no excuse for anybody not to vote. Even if you're homeless, you can still vote in the city of Frederick. The Department of Housing and Human Services says it will provide free transportation to the polls on Tuesday, November 5th for the homeless residents. The service will be provided from HHS facilities at 100 South Market Street from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. The building was once known as the Community Action Agency. And the names of the man who died in Hagerstown police custody last weekend and the officers involved in the incident are being withheld for the time being. The Maryland Attorney General's Office Independent Investigations Division says it needs additional time to review and gather evidence, but it says the name of the deceased man and the officers involved will be released at the same time. The names would usually be made public within 2 business days after the incident. On Saturday night, October 26th, for those who don't know, Hagerstown police say officers responded to the 100 block of East Washington Street to execute a search warrant at a home in the area. They found a man outside the house and took him into custody. He was placed in handcuffs and put into the backseat of a police car. While in the car, the man started to vomit and had trouble breathing, and he became unresponsive. Officers immediately rendered medical aid. The man was taken to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead. The officers had worn body cameras, and there were dashboard cameras, which again is why it is so important our officers have body cameras for that reason. And taking a quick look at weather, mostly sunny, very warm, high around 80. Tonight, a few clouds, low around 54. Tomorrow, sun, and a few passing clouds near record high temperatures, high of 83, record high for this time of year. Record high 83, low of 63.
Well, there you go.
There you go. All right. And last night, if you missed it, the Yankees survived being swept by the Dodgers yesterday in a big way. Anthony Volpe, a New York native who grew up being a Yankees fan, turned on a knee-high slider and perhaps reshaped the series. His 3rd inning grand slam sparked the Yankees to an 11-4 win over the Dodgers on Tuesday night. Game 5 is tonight. Yankees ace Garrett Cole and the Dodgers' Jack Flaherty meet in a rematch of Game 1. Alex Ovechkin lit the lamp twice yesterday, scored career goal 8:55 and 8:56, less than 2 minutes apart. He is 38 away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's NHL career goals record. The Capitals beat the Rangers last night by a score of 5-3. Girls soccer, we're talking about soccer. We're down into the playoffs, regional final, Class 1A West Region 2, Brunswick over Smithsburg, 4-1. In Class 3A, Oakdale over Manchester Valley. 2A saw Century defeat Middletown 1-0. Middletown's season comes to an end. Class 4A West Region 1, Northwest over Urbana. Boys soccer, Century defeated Walkersville 4-1. Brunswick defeated Boonesboro 3-0. And Hagerstown over Tuscarora by a score of 2-0. And 4A West Region action, it was Urbana over Northwest. And that, my friends, a look at sports.
Can I say one thing real quick that me and Bob were talking about? Did you happen to see those dirtbag Yankee fans who pulled that ball out of Mookie Betts' glove yesterday?
We did that before you showed up.
Yeah.
Before you showed up, we talked about it. Yes, sir.
Did
yes,
you really,
sir,
Danny,
did.
or is he just saying that? No, let me tell you what happened, okay? Look, and I'm not just saying this because I despise the Yankees with every fiber in my being, and the fans are classless. But real quickly, let me say, I got into an argument with the Yankees.
We got to go.
Luckily, we don't have, weather or anything, so I have a few minutes here, traffic or anything. But I was responding to a few Yankee fans on Facebook who said to me, "Oh, well, by saying classless Yankee fans, you're throwing all Yankee fans in one kettle." I said, let me tell you something. Those two Yankee fans, first of all, they should have been charged with assault for grabbing Mookie Betts' arms like they did. Second of all, yeah, I'm throwing all the fans into one barrel. You know why? Because when those two fans did that, they were cheering in Yankee Stadium. So don't give me that garbage. Hey, let me tell you something else. I'm going to be happy to say that today the Dodgers are going to be celebrating a World Series in Yankee Stadium. So Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, they could all see that, the ghost, as they say, of Yankee Stadium. All right, I'm done.
He's a little passionate about it. What do you think?
Well, I mean, why? Because his team's not playing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh well.
So
I'm hoping the Dodgers win as well. I really could care less. Could care less. But that probably is Jeffrey Mayer's grandson or something who did that. And if anybody doesn't remember Jeffrey Mayer, who stole the bottle over Tarasco when the Orioles were playing the Yankees, and the Yankees did that to the Orioles, and oh well.
Yeah.
So there you go. It goes to show you.
Yeah.
Yankee fans just can't keep their hands to themselves. See?
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow to wrap up tomorrow's Thursday. Today's only Wednesday. Where's Halloween? Are we dressing up?
I'm wearing this hat right here with the logo that I'm trying to line up with the logo on the website there.
I see that lovely hat.
Yeah, I'm wearing that hat, which I hope doesn't scare anybody away.
Hey, Danny, before we get off here the air, I want you to do me a favor. My Halloween costume is out there. If you want to dress up as me, if you look at our WFMD Facebook page, okay, you'll see on there posted Halloween costume of me. Feel free to post it on your page, but you'll see that I made it specially out there. So
I might dress up as you tomorrow. Then that might be it. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's a change of pace because he usually goes out dressed like you, Danny.
I love you guys.
See you guys. Have a great day.
All right. See you. Bye. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to be back with all the events happening in Frederick, and there are a lot of them. And Julie Lichtman from Freedom Professional Services will be here to tell us about some new offerings she has. And Tammy Sue is here as well. And you are just going to love her. I know it. But we just got to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shattered family beyond compare.
All right, it's time to start talking about what's happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company cooking in small batches to ensure the food is as fresh as it can be. You can find them at intensebarbecue.com and satisfy your meat tooth. It's Intense, IN10SEBBQ.com. Shannon got some Intense barbecue the other day, and oh my gosh, food is so good. I'm telling you, even if you're having a party and you want a little bit of food created so you don't have to cook, I recommend 100% Intense barbecue. The food is amazing, especially their meat parfaits, which are one of my favorites. All right, we're going to talk about what's happening. Good morning. And I just want to say good morning to everybody who is leaving a comment. I love it. Thank you so much. We'll make sure and always get you on screen. Mama Cone is back. She is back in Frederick. She arrived safely last evening, and we're glad to have her back in the house, and she'll be back out and about with us too. All right. Here are the events for what's happening in Frederick. Don't forget, you go to promocircus.com, click on Everything Frederick Live, and then you'll find the calendar of events, the full calendar of events with all of the different things going on. And you can look at that agenda view so that you can make sure and see the times that everything starts to plan your day. If you've got people coming in from out of town for the holidays, this is a great way to keep them occupied. All right, today, story time with a police officer, 10:30 at Brunswick Branch Library, 4:30 to 7. It is Paul Oween at Ballinger Creek Dog Park, and 5 to 9 is Chess Club at Frederick Social. And I do not think it's not a club in the sense that if you don't belong, you can't go. I think it is open, and they have a bunch of chess boards out, and you just sit and play. Also, of course, 10 to 3. I think it is only today and tomorrow, and I think I still have it for Friday. I forgot to ask. The Frederick County Animal Control Free Microchip Clinic, thanks to a grant from the ASPCA and Subaru. They are doing it for free. So if your pets go outside at all, please get them microchipped. Tomorrow, 11 a.m., head to the home of Everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street, and get your Good Morning Frederick merch. Even if you just buy a couple of stickers, maybe a tumbler, you don't have to spend a ton. The magnets are $5, stickers are $3 and $2. The ornament pack with the sticker is $10 for that. So anyway, grab your stuff. That way the kids of Frederick County can get a nice, Christmas Cash for Kids can get a nice donation from us. And I will give you guys all the credit for sure. 7 to 9, karaoke at Tropics Pots Cuisines Bar and Grill. That's on Jefferson Street. And of course, it is Halloween, trick-or-treat night. So I saw some adults asking who's doing Halloween parties on Halloween, like what bars or restaurants or whatever. And I'm not really sure. Most of them did something last Saturday night. But tomorrow night at 7 o'clock is that Monster Bash at the fairgrounds with McClintock, and I think it's Old Mother. But anyway, also tomorrow, Friday, November 1st, sensory-friendly story time at Middletown Library, and movie night, a local filmmaker screening at Frederick Arts Council, is at 7 p.m. Saturday is first Saturday in downtown Frederick, so there's going to be a ton of things going on downtown. The weather is supposed to be nice, which is really great, kicking off kind of the holiday season or the beginnings thereof. Noon to 2, you can come to the home of Everything Frederick. There'll be something fun for the kiddos to do, and we'd love to see you there. Also, noon to 2, WFRE is at South Mountain Creamery. Noon to 3, Acton Children's Business Expo the Business Fair is at Carroll Creek. And 1 to 4 is the STEM Carnival at Carroll Creek Amphitheater. Tons of things for the kids to do. So last night, I was at the Junior Entrepreneurial Pitch event. It was at the New Spire Arts, and there were 9 kids who aged from, I want to say the first one was 7 or 8, all the way up to seniors in high school, and they were 2 categories: the idea stage and the startup phase. Let me just tell you about some of our youth in Frederick County. Brilliant minds, people. I mean, that some of the stuff that they are doing and talking about, way above my head, way over my limit. And I'm going to be interviewing all of them. I think I might have one tomorrow, but I'm going to get interviews with them all. There are kids creating devices to help with mental illness, to detect how, if someone, is suffering from some sort of depression or things like that. There are kids developing things to identify symptoms of a stroke. It is just unbelievable. One of the kids is putting together, he has created, this is startup phase, an AI notes. Actually, what it does is it answers questions for a teacher. So if a kid, this used to happen to my kids all the time. Well, certainly, they would be doing their homework at night and they'd have a question and then they can't ask the question till the next day. Well, this young man has created an AI thing that the teacher puts their notes in and it actually learns and it can actually answer questions based on the information the teacher puts in. It is really incredible. I'm just so excited. But anyway, a lot of those kids are going to be at this business fair, downtown Frederick, noon to 3, Saturday. Stop by, please. I think there are about 65 businesses that will be on display from our youth in Frederick County. It makes me so happy. All right. And our clocks go back Saturday night, so you get the extra hour sleep. Then Sunday, beginner bladesmithing class at William F. Moran Bladesmith and Artisan Academy. Now, they have a bunch of different classes that go on throughout the year. If you ever thought, hey, I'd really like to learn how to do forged in fire, you can learn, and it's really, really cool. And women are encouraged to, sign up for the classes. They would love to have you there. And Flying Cows have their skills camp. That is at Crestwood Middle, 11 to 12. And then 3 to 6 p.m., my friend Freddie Long is live at Monocacy Brewing. All right, coming soon. November 6th is Cocktails and Conversations at the Home of Everything Frederick. We call it networking. It's more like social time. And every single month I have met new people and had amazing conversations. Okay. It's not hustling, bustling. We usually have 15 to 20 people, but you get a chance to really chat with people and get to know them, which I love about that. November 8th, Frederick at Night, downtown Frederick merchants, 5 to 8 on that Friday are going to do some specials and have some goodies. Plus the light walk returns. Do you remember the disco ball in the stairwell of one of the parking garages and the light installations in some of the alleys and on the side of the parking garage? Well, if you aren't familiar with it, it goes up on the 8th and stays until March. November 9th, Hood College is having that nonprofit board fair. There'll be a bunch of nonprofits there who are looking for board members and volunteers. If you've ever wanted to join a board or give back, even if you only have a couple of hours a month, then please go to this event on November 9th. The 16th, it is the start of Stuff a Truck, which is a food drive. And we'll get you more information about that. And then November 20th, I have an exclusive Maryland Double Deckers premiere of the Merry and Bright Tour, which is looking at the lights in downtown Frederick. from atop the open double decker. And we'll do a pre-game at the home of Everything Frederick and a post-game there as well. And there'll be drinks and food. And we have room for 40 people. And tickets are going to go on sale just $25. They are going to go on sale, I hope, later today. So watch my socials, watch the social on the home of Everything Frederick. If you want to go, and this is for 21 and up only. If you want to go, check your dates now so that when I put the tickets up, you have an opportunity to get them, or message me if you're interested in attending. We had a ton of fun last time. All right. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. Whew, now let's talk about who is making our market great. Market Makers is sponsored by the Healing Storm. Shannon and her team strive to create an environment where you're seen, heard, and valued. The Healing Storm focuses on alternative, holistic healing methods to relieve stress and pain. They do massage therapy, Reiki, lymphatic massage, and a healing journey program. Check out thehealingstorm.com for the details and to schedule an appointment. The Healing Storm, a place to unwind and recharge through alternative healing. All right, Julie has been offering virtual administrative assistant duties for years, but she's adding another service, and this could help some local authors out there. Here's Julie Lichtman from Freedom Professional Services. We're at 401 North Market Street, the home of Everything Frederick. I'm with Julie, Freedom Professional Services. You've been doing this for quite a while, right?
Yes, since 2010.
2010. So you are a virtual administrative company.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me, when you got started in 2010, what was happening and what made you decide to start?
Well, I was working as an administrative assistant in a local business that had cutbacks thanks to the recession. So I'd been thinking of starting my own business, and I was going to initially start it as a side hustle, and this gave me the opportunity to start it full time.
Nice.
And so I have recently rebranded myself as a fractional executive assistant.
A fractional executive assistant. What does that mean?
So it's up a level from a virtual assistant. So I don't just do assignments. I work with the business owner to help their business thrive and grow.
Okay. So more consultative, I guess, as well with that?
Right, like it starts there.
Okay.
And, I do a deep dive into the business and find out what are the business's revenue generating activities and non-revenue generating activities. And anything that's a non-revenue generating activity really should be outsourced as much as possible. And a lot of those things are tasks and projects that I can handle.
Gotcha. Okay. And give me an idea of the sorts of tasks that you do for a client.
So handling email, phone calls, make outbound phone calls, newsletters, drafting and editing correspondence, or blogs or any other kind of written materials, updating the website, and things like that.
All right, so do you have a group of people that helps you on this virtual thing, or is this you handle one-on-one?
One-on-one.
Okay, all right. How many clients do you have currently, or how many can you handle?
I can handle usually a couple of retainer clients that would use me regularly, and then several other clients that come to me from time to time for projects and tasks, but not on an everyday basis.
Right.
So, you know, a couple big ones, a couple medium ones, and several small ones.
Gotcha. What have been the challenges of owning your own company since 2010?
Keeping on top of what it is that business owners need and want, what kind of services, keeping on top of the software, keeping on top of social media algorithms, and just the changing landscape of business in general, and helping them to connect with their target audience to sell their product or service.
Okay. And what would you say has been your biggest success so far? Do you have any examples of something that you're like, oh yeah, that was pretty cool?
One thing that I've done lately, I've branched out into self-publishing. And so a lot of my clients want to write a book to demonstrate their expertise. Some call it a long-form brochure. It could be anywhere from a 5-page ebook to a full book that you would sell on Amazon. And so I do the editing, proofreading, and formatting, either for an ebook, like if it's a lead magnet, or if they want it to go on Amazon, I know how to format it properly for both Kindle and paperback, and how to put an Amazon page up for the author and get it onto Amazon, so that they can say, I'm now a business owner and an author.
And published,
Published author. So, that's something a lot of people are doing. Could be a book to demonstrate their expertise, could be a self-help book if they're in a helping profession, or a lot of people, since the pandemic, are writing memoirs to talk about either how they got to where they are personally or professionally.
Yeah, very good. Have you written a book yet?
So I have not written a book yet, but I've helped a couple of my author clients to write theirs, and hope to do more of that this year and on into the future.
Yeah, that's very cool. So that would be kind of a new branch out for you in the last 12 months or so?
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you feel like you want to add to your repertoire for the next 12 to 18 months other than the author publishing assistance?
How to get the most out of AI is something every business owner needs to know, and it's rapidly changing, so I'm trying to keep on top of that. I'm taking a course right now in how to market businesses via Pinterest.
Wow.
I'm always trying to learn something new. So
it's hard to stay on top of all
exactly,
that, isn't it?
Exactly.
And not only is it hard for you because you're trying to assist them, certainly it's difficult for business owners to try to keep up with all of that stuff, as well as what they're trying to do each day, right? If there was one thing you'd want people watching to know about Freedom Professional Services, what would that be?
My tagline is giving you the freedom to build your business. And what that means is, as solopreneurs, we're often wearing all the hats of our business ourselves. And, I may at some point need my own virtual assistant.
Wouldn't that be fun?
But if you're doing everything for your business yourself, your business will hit a ceiling, and it probably already has. And so now is the right time to find a virtual assistant or a fractional executive assistant to help take your business to the next level, so that you can focus on serving your clients or customers, and that other person can focus on handling all the other day-to-day tasks.
Yeah. And you can service a client from anywhere, right? Because it's virtual?
Yeah, anywhere in the U.S.
Yeah.
If I go home, which is Colorado, to visit family, I take my work with me, and so my clients can be right here, and I could be traveling, or they could be anywhere in the U.S., and that's the virtual aspect of it.
That's convenient.
If they are local to Frederick, I have been known to stop into their offices from time to time if that's something they really need, but I try to keep things strictly virtual.
Yeah, very, very good. How can people reach out to you if this is something they may be interested in?
Well, right now I'm working on my own website, but LinkedIn is always the best way, and my LinkedIn handle is just my name, Julie Lichtman, and all my contact information is in there, including my Calendly, so people can set up a one-to-one call with me. I'm happy to do that, and my phone number and email are in there too, but I'll give my phone number, 240-367-5157.
Okay, we'll make sure that's on screen along with your LinkedIn details, so people know how to reach out to you should they need professional, administrative, and fractional executive help. This is Julie, Freedom Professional Services. Reach out if you need some help, or maybe just want to find out if this would be right for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. All right. Want to thank Julie. And if you need a little bit of help getting rid of some of those tedious tasks, oh, God, wouldn't that be great? You can give her a call. All right. We're going to take one more quick break. Then we're back with Tammy Sue, good friend and just extraordinary person. It's coming up right after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come sling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding. They can put in new windows, which you may need right now if you feel that cold air coming through. And they can fix up your gutters like they did mine, and do patios and decks as well. Pretty much anything outside your home they can handle. You can give them a call at 301-703-2157, or you can email them info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs because you watch Good Morning Frederick. So give Sandra a call today and let her know you saw her on the show, and she will pass along those savings to you for sure. 301-703-2157. All right, let's talk about some of the great people of Frederick. And here we go. People of Frederick is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? Simple. They're a full-service travel agency to save you countless hours of online research. They have relationships with suppliers that will give you the best value and maybe even some perks or upgrades you can't get on your own. And they'll monitor the bookings for unexpected schedule changes and alert you. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com right now and get started on your dream vacation. Tammy Sue is one of the most creative people I know. She can literally take a piece of string and a bead and make a gorgeous centerpiece, or help to decorate a trunk for a raffle like she did for me earlier this year when we did those basket raffles. She also loves Halloween, and I mean loves it. She's one of only 2 people I know that love Halloween so much. Her home, she takes 6 weeks to decorate for her Halloween party, and a couple weeks to take it down. So here's Tammy Sue.
I am in the home of Tammy Sue and Michael. It is almost Halloween. Almost Halloween. This is your favorite time of year, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is. Her house is decorated in, you would not believe it. I'll take some pictures of it later. But your Halloween party is a big batch. 4th year.
Yes, 4th year for the Vampires Ball.
Vampires Ball.
Yes.
Yes. And I say about Tammy Sue, if you've never met her, she has the most exquisite wardrobe. And it's very elaborate. There are no Party City costumes in this young lady's closet, I can tell you. Very intricate. But moving on from Halloween, You have been involved in some really cool projects, one in particular that is happening right now. You were in the film BOOMTOWN.
Yes.
Tell me about that experience and how that was.
Well, I've always done a little bit of background type of movies. Never been in it like a big part. Always done background. So when I found this out, I was like, well, I love Frederick. Frederick's my town.
Yeah.
Though I'm not born and raised here, I love this town. I was with the passion that I wanted to be a small part in it. You know how small part was. So actually, when I showed up to their trailer, and I said I was maybe interested in being an extra, and Rhonda came over and talked to me, and she was like, oh, I know exactly what scene you're going to be in. And I was like, you do? She was like, yes, 1945. You look the parts, and you got to be that part right there. And I was like, oh, I have this clothes and that clothes.
Yeah.
I brought some wardrobe for it as well. Yeah, my friends. And it was a fabulous time. I think it's going to be a really good. Good scene.
It's going to be a great movie. Yeah. I knew that right there. You do have that. You looked the part. The pictures you posted online where you just see you in that. So I can see why she thought that of you. And I know you want to get more into acting, and you're very creative. You really, you've put final touches, and you've made centerpieces. Yeah, you've done all kinds of things. If you could wave a magic wand and kind of plot your life, what would that look like for you?
Well, I love what I do. I do lashes.
Yes, you're the lashes to lash.
Lashes lash studio. I do love doing that, but sort of pivoting a little, and I'm a mom as well.
Yeah.
So the next 2 years I have to focus on my son.
Yeah.
But then after he graduates, I really, truly want to get more into acting and possibly doing some creative work for people that we, somebody's playing a party.
Yeah.
You know, party player would be right up my alley.
It would be, for sure. She is detail oriented like you would not believe. It's amazing.
It's fun.
But the lashes brought you, have helped, you know, you paved your way. You've been able to do that, well, since I've known you, for sure. How long have you been doing lashes?
I've been doing lashes for 12 years.
Wow.
And before that, I was a massage therapist.
Yeah.
And I did spa therapy. I have my own spa in Spain for 3 years.
Wow.
So I've worked in Spain, California, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland.
Yes.
I've been all over.
Yes, I have. In a great way. You've been around in a great way. I wanted to preface that. But I think those experiences obviously all contribute
Absolutely.
to the person you are and how great you are for our community. We're so happy that you call Frederick home.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. If there was one thing you'd want our viewers to know about you, what would that be?
Oh my gosh. There's so many things.
Yeah,
there are a lot of things. I put my whole heart into everything I do.
You do.
And I love this community. I love my friends, my family. Though I don't have much family here, my friends are my family. So I just love the community. And yeah, if you want to take your chances and call me up and ask me to do something creative, I would do it at drunk to the hat.
Yes, she would. We're going to make sure her number's on. You can text her anytime. I think you are a phenomenal addition to the Frederick community. I'm proud to call her a friend. And I know. She's been rated. It's in your pocket.
I am. I'm pocket size.
I'm a little. She's littler. Love it. This is Tammy Sue, wonderful part of the Frederick community. You're going to watch her in BOOMTOWN when that is released very soon. We thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Yes.
They should have come while it was day. For who's to know now that it's night? When I'm thirsty, whose necks will bite?
That's awesome. That's great.
That is great. Oh my gosh, her house. That animatronic vampire was right at the door. I love it. All right, coming up tomorrow, Bob and Chris from WFMD's Morning News Express. Sharon Price is going to be live with us to talk about the upcoming holidays and dealing with grief. She's a grief counselor and has some tools to help you cope, or maybe help one of your loved ones cope this holiday season. And Julie Maurer is an author who had a dream and wrote a children's book, and we're going to talk with her tomorrow. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick, please. Ask them if they've seen the show, and if not, direct them to the YouTube channel. Have an amazing day, and get out there and be great, Frederick.
From downtown street.